Hello, mi gente, ¿cómo están todos ustedes en el mundo del internet? I'm your friend Marcus Okavi Jr. bringing you another episode with Comics con Sabor, brought to you by the wonderful people of InnerCityGeeks.com. So how you doing, guys? It's been a while. Sorry about last week. I couldn't do the review. It's been a little busy. Um, very busy, and we're still busy now that I haven't got a lot of sleep. So we need to get some of that sugar in for a minute. So hope everybody's doing well. Today's review is, as you can see, no, it's not Thor, but it is Marvel. Today we are reviewing, well, you know, we review already Marvel Civil War. This is a very classic tale, very well written story by Mr. Mark Miller, which is a monster. It's just good. Uh, and Stephen McNiven that he did the artwork. This book is really touches a lot of topics. Um, when it comes to what actually is, what the heroes and the kids are supposed to be doing. They're supposed to work with the government. Are you supposed to just be a vigilante with a cape and people know you as a hero? So this book, this story, um, is very, very politically oriented. It's one of those books that it makes you think. You know, what is a hero? Is a hero supposed to be with the government, or a hero supposed to be independently by itself? Because the government, then they will tell you who's the hero, who's the villain, who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. So this story from Marvel is one of the better books that I have read. No, simple as that. And it's a very, very well written and well drawn book. The detail that goes into this, as you can see, let me see one page. Oh, right here. After an accident that happens in Stanford, and they're doing a funeral for one of the victims. You see Tony Stark there paying his condolences, and the mom of one of the kids, goes up to him and spits on his face, saying, why you doing this? Why you here? It's very graphic, but it's also very, very good. The artwork is amazing. And just in case you guys are not familiar with Mr. Mark Miller, um, he's the original creator of the Ultimate Universe, from Marvel Comics. He did Ultimates 1 and 2, phenomenal stories. His run with the Ultimates was just great. One of the best stuff that I ever read. And you know him by other things now that he's doing. Miller Wood, Kick Ass. He did Superior. We did a review on that already. Great stuff. Secret Service that he's doing now. But this book is so phenomenal. It's really, and I have to give credit to Steve McNiven. He, as an artist, he really captivated every single detail, like piece of action and reaction from both sides, and you could actually see, like, you know two different takes, even though it's one artist doing the work, but you could see there's two different views, and same thing as the writing. Mr. Miller really, really did one heck of a job here. It's just amazing. Like, there's a lot of touching parts in here. There's like a lot of things that make you like, what just happened here? So like things are like, what? You just don't know. And you're like, what? It's just crazy. One of the things that I was really, really impressed is that Peter Parker here reveals his secret identity. Because supposedly he's pro registration for the superheroes to sign in to join Iron Man, because Iron Man is pro registration signing the heroes to make them into, like, we have 50 states, make 50 say heroes, like each stage you have its own superhero group. And right here is static. See if you guys can see that. It was very shocking, especially for me, because everybody knows that Spider-Man always kept his secret identity very secret. Like a lot of people that he know, and only a few from the superhero community. But when he revealed that, it was funny how they show like J.J. Jameson like literally like falling off his chair and stuff. It was hilarious. But it's just a symbol of what it is, of how a single action can create such a big thing. And Mr. Miller really did one heck of writing. Again, two different takes of how the heroes that they don't want to be like say registered, they want to be doing their own thing without being registration with the registration with Shield and all that else with the government. They have another set of secret identities now, so they could be hiding or no keeping the download when they're not doing hero things, saving people. But it's very, very, very strong stuff, especially politically. Because sometimes you're like, wow, this is a very political book. Even toward the end. And one of the things that is it's an impact here is supposedly when Thor is here, and they create supposedly Thor is here. No, he comes back, and he kills Goliath, which everybody knows he was a friend of Henry Pym, but he took the name of Goliath, and he also goes big as Henry when he was Yellow Jacket, well not Yellow Jacket, when he was Giant Man. And you see like in this image, it's very graphic, especially for the Marvel universe. Very graphic, very strong. You see, supposedly Thor throwing like this huge lightning bolt at Goliath and going through him and killing him. And I was like, what? I'm like, I've been a fan of Thor, but like I knew right there on the shot when I saw this guy's not Thor. It's definitely not Thor. But when he did that, it was very, very shocking. Especially because right off the bat, one hero dies. And in the Marvel universe, they get injured, beat up, not a lot of death. Not like the Ultimate Universe or like, other companies. But anyway, but yeah, it was very shocking and very strong. This is a very strong, powerful book. It's it touches about relationship and family, especially when it comes to the Fantastic Four, because there's two different points of views. Ben Green and Ray Richards support the act, but then you see Susan Storm and Johnny Storm not supporting the art. So you're like, wow, it's crazy. You're like, wow. You're like, wow. It's truly one of those things that he just hits you. You're like, wow. Even supposedly the first family of comics and Marvel having 8 different points of views, and it's very, very interesting, very strong. This is a very strong book. If you guys get a chance, get yourselves into Civil War. It's one of the best stories that I've ever read, by far, ever so far. Especially from the Marvel universe, it's one of their better stories. Great stuff. It's a lot of heart, a lot of passion. So like Mr. Miller really, really took his time. Like this script and the artwork by Steve is just phenomenal. Captivating every single detail. From the death of Goliath to the tears of Henry Pym, aka here Yellow Jacket, is very, very strong. It's very strong book. I recommend this. I won't tell you what happens at the end if you guys, just in case you guys didn't purchase or bought this. I'm not gonna tell you, but you just have to get it. It's crazy. It's good. I'll recommend it to you guys. It's a powerful book. You guys will definitely enjoy it. I enjoy rereading this book again, especially the end. Is was you thinking one thing, but it's completely opposite that happens. It's a very strong, one of Mr. Mark Miller's best stories that he has ever done. Now that's for the story arc that I read. Now we also have a little segment of a single individual issue that we have done that we read. And I recommend for new readers or readers that sometimes don't get like as many titles, and you want to see something new, you want to start something different. And I'm bringing you Iron Fist, the Living Weapon. This, I think, is by far one of the surprise books or relaunches in Marvel. This book is so insane because it's bam. This book is so full of action, and the artwork. Oh, by the way, Mr. Carrie Kyle's Andrew, he did the writing and the artwork. It's phenomenal. It's truly one of the better books, single individual issues that no new characters that or relaunch characters that Marvel has done. This is very amazing. For those of you guys that don't know much of Iron Fist, um, back in the day, it was with Luke Cage, Heroes for Hire, Danny Rand and Luke Cage, Power Man at that time. This is a relaunch of the character of Daniel Rand, of how his life, switched in the beginning, and he landed in the Himalayas and gone. And this is issue 5 of the first story arc. So you guys are only 4 issues behind, only 5 issues. You guys can get this now. The action is raw. I mean, this is very raw. And it's so good. Cause it's like, let's see, what can I picture you guys if you could get sucked in. If you guys ever watched Ninja Assassin, there you go. That movie came out like a few years ago. I was surprised of how good that was, especially action wise. It was it was very good. And this book is that good because whenever you see the pages and you see the action, either from Danny or the flashbacks when he was a kid in Kung Lao as a little kid and his master, and all this is really great. You will not regret buying this book. I say this book is as graphic as the Ultimate Universe, especially the Ultimates. This is that graphic and that good. Let me see. Like, here we go. He's Danny Rand. He's fighting this monster machine like. He has broken both of his hands. Literally, his power, the Iron Fist, is done. And you see, like, all the bones, the broken fingers, everything is cracked. This is very good. And the storyline, you could actually relate to Danny of what he went through. When the accident that happens, and little by little how he's becoming this living weapon. And issue 5 truly does not disappoint. Truly does not disappoint. I used to enjoy, I knew about the character, I knew the history, the mythology, but this relaunch of the living weapon of Iron Fist is by far one of my favorites. It's full of action, full of raw. The story is good, and yet again, my hats off to Carrie Kyle Andrews because he's doing double duty. He does the writing and he does the artwork. It's just, look at this. You guys will not be disappointed. I give this to, I just buy it. I'll recommend it to you guys. You guys will buy it. You guys will enjoy it. There's no There's no other way to say it. You guys would truly like it. So with that, that's the end of this week's episode. Hopefully you guys like it. If you guys have any comments, you could contact me via Twitter, blackadam001, or if you could also follow and like this the link on YouTube, which is gonna be write your comments, any reviews that you guys, any books you guys want me to review or anything. And yeah, also this video will be posted on Inner City Geeks. This is part of InnerCityGeeks.com. Great stuff. Follow those guys. They have a lot of stuff from video games, toys reviews, movie reviews, music, etc. Anything geek related, anything fanboy, you name it, they'll have it. I'm glad I'm part of those guys. I help out. Yeah. So keep showing your support, showing your love. Let's see. What can I bring to you guys next week? Next week. La 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 la. I'm gonna review a different book. It's a strong book, as because of the context, because of the idea. I'm gonna take a few extra days because I really want to dissect this book. It's Number of the Beast, if I'm not mistaken. It's Number of the Beast. It's very, very strong, and you guys will like the single issue review that I'm gonna do next week as well. So don't miss the next episode. Have fun, have a blast, enjoy your day, smile. New York City Comic Con is coming. Hopefully I get to see any of you guys. We could talk comics, reviews. Tell me what you think. You can follow me at blackadam001 on Twitter, and check InnerCityGeeks.com. We're there for you. Alright guys, peace out and geek on, brothers. Oh, and this is Geek Approved. Laters.